Hey everyone, today is a very special day. I'm super happy, humbled. It's a record-breaking day for me. Today I'm up $1,001. So this is record-breaking for me. First time I've ever bypassed. Well, you know what, to be honest, let's go look at the chart real quick. I think the biggest day I ever had recently was on Tuesday, actually, of last week. Let me fix this real quick. Today's the 7th. Yeah, last Tuesday I had a $796 day, which I was super jazzed about. But at the same time, the day before that, we had a biggest loss ever, which was 895. But anyways, up more, or crossing the $1,000 threshold today was just the best thing ever. It was I don't know, I'm really happy about it. And I do have to kind of show you why I was able to cross 1,000 today. And part of it has to do with a specific stock that I traded, and it was the price on the stock. So we'll get into that in a second. But let's break down. Uh, let's do this. Let's break down the week, or the previous week, and then I'll roll into some of my trades today. So yeah, today we're up $1,001, and last week was excellent. Last week, now I already told you on Monday we had a horrible day, biggest loss ever, down 895. But I was able to come back from that and make 796 the next day, so almost break even. And then from there, I just hit this awesome green streak the rest of the week. Wednesday was 453. Thursday was a small little 77. Friday was 329. So not too bad last week. Really green streak. I want to continue that, and I'm going to try to do everything I can to keep that green coming. And I know in my future, there's going to be a red day for sure. And, might be a big one. We don't know, but you always know that you're going to lose at some point. And, part of the goal is just try to keep the streaks going as long as you can and get that those consistent profits. That's what it's all about. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. I really want to end this month really strong. And just to preface this, my last 2 months, maybe even 3, I've done well towards the beginning of the months and had a lot of green days, and then I've botched the month with 3 or 4 really bad red days that just wiped me out. And very conscious of that, and I know that's a pattern that I have. So just really want to end the year really well here, especially in December. We're looking really good right now, and I just, if I do take a red day, I want to be able to take a small one and just kind of walk away, hopefully, and not continue trading and dig a hole. So that's kind of the goal there, but super excited about this day. And let's dive into why I was able to do that today. So let me show you kind of what the deal is here. We traded 3 different stocks. Let's see. There was GTEC. And to be clear, this morning was actually really slow. We did have, GTEC was one of the pre-market gappers. But look, it just faded all morning. So this morning was really good. I just practiced a lot of patience and, hung in there and just waited for something to eventually move. And, I was thinking maybe we might not have anything move. And luckily, later into the day, look, this was at 11 o'clock. We have GTEC blowing up. And so this is great because then other stocks started moving as well. So anyways, I want to start with my first trades, actually. Was it GTEC? Yeah, I guess it was GTEC. So, but I think that was much earlier in the day. Let's see. Yeah, that was at 9:30. So I did trade GTEC, small, tiny little winner here. But after that, I did just sit on my hands and watch the rest of it. So I did move on to ONTC and Kodak, or KODK. So this is ONTC, ONCT, and I had some trades in here, nothing too huge, but some decent trades, and moved on to Kodak. And this one had a good push a little bit later in the morning. And what really happened was, like, let's look at ONTC. A lot of the stocks I trade, small cap stuff, you know, they're priced around average $4 or $5. Sometimes they're lower, sometimes they're like $2, sometimes they can be $6. But I think average of most of the small cap stuff that I'm trading is around like $4. And so here's the deal. On my share size, I do use speed keys here, and with the speed keys, I have different sets of share sizes. So my biggest share size being 600, 600 shares being the largest button to press. And so when I'm really looking at something and something looks great and I want to move, you know, hop in for the move higher, I'm using that 600 share size. And what happened was when I moved on over to, I was doing pretty well. Let's look at the flow here. I was doing pretty well. This is my intraday balance here. So I was worked all the way up to like 200 and almost $300. Then it faded. Then I continued to work up. So there was a lot of trades. Once again, too many trades today. I need to learn to tone it back and make bigger trades and less of them. So I traded, it was ONCT a bunch, and it wasn't until I moved over to GTEC. So let me show you. When I moved over to GTEC, GTEC, I moved on over this one when we saw this huge spike. So I didn't get to it until it halted. And so I watched it and go, you know what, I don't want to trade it right out of the gates when it opens up, because I don't know what it's going to do. It might push a little higher, who knows. So opened up, pushed real high, and then boom, it just reversed. And so I was eyeing this, thinking, okay, if it stabilizes, goes sideways, and eventually curls up, I want to hop in. So I did, and that was great. But the deal was on this one was that it was trading at like $9 and $10 a share. So I hopped in with my 600 share size, which was, this is double the position now. And I made a few decent trades in here. I did have one or two losers on GTEC, but because of that share size, or this price here, I once again, in essence, doubled the amount that I typically share. So this was like, I think just like in one trade, I was trading almost $6,000 or $7,000 worth of a trade, which is pretty large. So I was in the riskier zone as far as the values of my trades, but that's how I was able to really work my way up to 1,000, which is record breaking for me. So it's a good and bad thing in the sense that, the more money you trade with, the bigger profits you are, but it can also work against you on your bad trade. So just being aware of this and just being conscious of how much are you risking out of your entire portfolio. I try not to risk too much as far as a percentage of my entire portfolio, like on one trade. So that's the important thing, being very wary and conscious of where you're at on that. But that is why I was able to make such a big gain today. And, it worked out for me. So, I'm going to continue to trade, I think, with that share size, the 600 max, for maybe a few more days and see how I'm panning through. Because I know I'm going to have a red day in the future, of course, at some point. And it's going to be bad with a big share size. So if things continue though, and I'm continuing to show progress, I might just continuously slowly bring up that share size so that the gains can be bigger. So once again, this is exciting for me. First day to ever cross 1,000, and I really would like to continue this and scale this up. That's the whole goal, is to really scale it up to hopefully make maybe average $2,000, which just sounds crazy to me, and maybe that's a little bit beyond what I could actually do, but I'm gonna strive for it and do everything I can to continuously try to get better, stay in the market, keep trading. And I feel like every day I'm in the market, I just get maybe a little bit better and better, and just that time in the market and going through those trades every single day, I think you start to just read things better. And I didn't want to go off on a tangent there, but that's kind of where I'm at right here. So this is one for the record books for me. Hopefully I can go back and look at this, and it'll be a good smile, and hopefully it'll be like, man, that was chunk change back then. So compared to what I'm making in the future, hopefully. So try to humble myself in a sense. Like, I don't want to get too cocky here, but this is a great day. Once again, I know I'm gonna have a red day eventually, and it's just a matter of keeping those small and off the table as often as possible. So really happy about this, but GTEC did help me push it over the limits today to be record breaking. So this was my trend. I had a lot of green trades, which is great, but I did trade quite a bit, and I did have a few bad losers here, right in here. There's a few of them, but overall, let's look. So here's a real big difference for you. I mean, where you can see in this chart, this was my running P&L for all of November and just the last week of October. So check this out. Look at all these small little gains and losses. This was this shows you, my entire cash account. This is when I was trading all cash, right? And I was limited to that amount for the day. And once I traded that entire value, I was done. I had to throw in the towel and wait for those funds to settle, the following next day. And once I hopped into margin, look at this. I think I got a little too overexcited, and I started over trading and maybe trading some bad stuff. And so I just screwed everything up. Look, I drained it and put myself down 929 on the month. And so, however, as I've continued and gotten better, the margin has helped me dramatically as well, because I've been able to dig myself out of that and hit my current peak right now. So but you can tell, like, these are all just small little incremental moves here on my cash account. And at the time they were great because I was progressing, but I was just limited. So yeah, I mean, margin has been a great thing for me so far. I mean, it was bad at first, but it's learning how to handle it. So I'm not really advising, like, maybe if you're a beginner, you're getting into this. I mean, I've been trading since like 2016, and I still feel like I'm, beginner, intermediate, and I'm just trying to be honest with you guys and share my experience. I think you have to be in the market a long time and go through the losses, go through the learning curves to try to get there. And I'm not saying I'm anything special or really even that good, but I know I'm slowly improving here, and I know it's just a little step at a time to get better and better and better. So anyways, I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are green today. Please let me know in the comments how your Monday was. It's December 7th today, so I'd love to know if you guys were green or red and by how much. And I hope we can all kind of support each other on our trading journey. So I'm going to leave it there today. Take care. Let's have an awesome green week, and we'll see you tomorrow.